Let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, our publisher panelist, the head man of Random House, Mr. Bennett, sir.
I'm sitting over here tonight to introduce an old friend of mine, a darling little girl that we smuggled in from California for this evening's performance. Was the star, I think, of This Was the Week That Was, a show I wish was still on the air, as Phyllis Newman.
Thank you, Bennett. And I would like to introduce that genial and very talented host of Candid Camera, Mr. Durward Kirby.
And next, that delightful lady, and delightfully talented from the top of her head to the tip of her toes, Miss Arlene Francis.
I am really in this favored Bennett, sir, chair, but I am delighted that I have a chance once in a while to say how proud I am to be part of an association that has lasted 16 years, and a great deal of that pride is due to our moderator, Mr. John Charles Daly.
Thank you very much, Miss Arlene. I shall consider that one of the nicest Christmas presents I get this year. Durward and Phyllis, we have put some real thought into this next half hour for you, and our mystery challenger, for which, as everybody knows, the panel is always blindfolded. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
All set?
Good. Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? All right, panel, we now go to the other form of questioning, one question at a time in turn, moving clockwise, and we will begin with Phyllis Newman.
Gee, what a response. I have to ask you this question. Are you a French sex symbol?
No. Oh. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Kirby.
Are you in show business?
Yes.
Miss Francis.
Are you at the present time appearing on Broadway?
Yes.
Mr. Sir.
Are you appearing in a rather new comedy?
Yes.
Miss Newman.
Do you have the huskiest voice and one of the prettiest ladies in the world? Is the comedy... Oh, you're too shy to answer that. Is the comedy... in the title of the comedy, does it have something to do with a flower and a prickly thing?
Together
Did
now.
I say it?
Yes.
Let it go around a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's keep her on a while.
Are you Lauren Bacall?
Yes.
I think so.
The whisper didn't help. Oh, I tried.
That you did indeed.
Anyway, we've been waiting for you ever since the show opened.
That flower with the prickly thing, Cactus Flower.
Yes.
And
Even her whisper is husky.
Even her whisper.
Is it?
I'm sorry. Yes.
A wee bit. But you know, congratulations are in order. It's
Yes, thank you, John.
It's
I'm very happy about it.
greatly received by critics and public, and that's not been happening too often lately here in our city of New York.
Aren't you supposed to be a plain-looking girl in the first part of this play, and how do you manage that?
Now, Arlene, one of my oldest and dearest friends.
I've never seen you look anything but ravishing. I don't know how
do you manage
Well, I manage to look plain and unravishing, is all I can tell you. I do manage it, quite easily, actually.
Well, it must be great fun. We have...
It's marvelous.
We have Abe Burrows comes once in a while to sit on our panel, and
God, he's marvelous.
He just bubbles good humor.
Betty, don't you think you ought to say something about Jason's show too? Let's get that in too. What's the name of the
Devils.
show he's playing?
Why, Bennett. The Devils, yes. We should mention Jason Robage.
Mrs. Jason Robage Jr. will now tell you about her husbands.
I will tell you about my husband's show, but I'm not through with mine.
Go.
I don't want to be a ham, but I am one, and I'm stuck with it. No, Jason is appearing in The Devils at the Broadway Theater, and I'm in the Cactus Flower at the Royale. And it's a fascinating show business story because he hasn't seen my play and I haven't seen his.
Is this because of any superstition or anything?
No.
You just can't do it
no,
because you're...
I was in rehearsal when he was... I started rehearsing when he was finishing his rehearsal. And I finished rehearsal when he was out of town. And then when he came back, I went out of town.
And you have the same
Which
playing
I think is a
times?
very curious arrangement, don't you?
And then you have the same playing times now so that there's no chance... I mean, you don't have your matinees at a different...
Wednesday matinees.
Well, we'll
Saturday
send a
matinees.
delegation over from the panel and we'll give you a written report.
Will you?
On the Devils. And then we'll do...
Baby working?
No, not
Sam?
yet.
Not yet.
He was doing the frug all out, so he's trying.
At Arthur?
Yes, at Arthur.
Good for
He
him.
was.
Well, nice of you to come and give us a Sunday night because that's the only free one you have.
Yes, John, but I will
And,
be happy to do it. I will do it for you and all of you, and for Abe, and for David, and for the whole cast of the Cactus Flower.
And from all of our gang, Merry Christmas and thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Same to you.
Nice to have you with us. Well, I must congratulate you, panel. We haven't been able to fool you very much tonight. We'll have another contestant after this week.